Let's welcome Shlomo Freund on stage with How Your Finances Can Create the Perfect Work-Life Balance for Remote Workers.
Great having you. Thank you so much. So Tanya said about Shlomo III, it's something in our family, and we spoke about it just before. Not yet, actually. And about financial freedom, at the end of the talk, there are piles of money going to go from the ceiling on you. Get ready. Talk done. Okay, let's do this. We're going to talk about how your finances can create the perfect work-life balance for you. And it's basically a mindset talk. Financial freedom is something that we all strive for. You see that, we just saw that. People want them for themselves. But I want to frame this in a way that it's not all about the money. It's also about the way that you live. And as digital nomads, we want to, of course, maximize this. So a little bit about myself. My name is Shlomo Freund. I have two wonderful daughters, and I am based in Israel, but we are a location-independent family, so we travel several months every year. I'm an entrepreneur for many years, done a lot of things, fails a lot of times. Some things work, some things don't. I built a company in China. I spoke to many people on podcasts and on Zoom presentations and on stage. And I've basically, some of the things, that's not me. I'm a financial coach. I help digital nomads organize their finances to reach financial freedom faster with the right mindset. And that end part is really, really important. I'm also a niche website investor. That's a separate thing, and we can talk about it later. The financial coaching part, I help by going one-on-ones or workshops to help people realize what their dream lifestyle is for the long term, and then how you break that in your finances, what the things that you need to invest in, basically making the right plan for you, but not as a financial planner, but as a coach, as a life coach. That's my approach. These are all very nice things. Professional, looks amazing, but I want to show you the really important things in life. Okay, so I want to do cross America from north to west, from Alaska to Ushuaia with my family on bicycle. I need 2.5 years for this from my life and for my family's life. I hope we're actually going to do it. I really feel that we are a family that can get along, and me personally, very well around the world, wherever we're going to be resilient and adjustable and flexible. These are things that are very important for us as a family, and we try to keep that. Sergio is here. I'm also a one-bag traveler, by the way, so that's also kind of being minimalist. I wrote a book, got a world record of having the most writers from the most countries. That's about, I think, 20 or 22, something like that. And my dream is to speak on TED. Now, all these things are personal things, and they're more important than the things that I've mentioned before. Professional lives are great, but they're supposed to support what we really want for ourselves. So, go another one. So, first I want you to tell me, because you came to talk about work-life balance and finances, what are you dealing with? I want to get like 2-3 answers here. Raise your hands. Wow, so many. Yeah. What's that? Bad time management. Okay. What else? What are you dealing with? Work-life balance, finances, related to finances. Market timing. Okay. I had one there. How to find clients with work-life balance. Okay. So these are the things that I came up with. They're all true, everything that you said. So, problem with having this conundrum of finances, work-life balance, we always think about the money. We always you get stressed, you have guilt, you have lower performance, and basically you're feeling this lack of clarity all the time. And you want to know at the end of the day, you want to know that everything that you're doing is okay. Are you at the right direction? Am I doing okay? Because when you have this lack of clarity, this lack of financial clarity, or when you have it, you can be more focused on the things that you do, like your career, your job, your family, of course. But the most important thing, as I said, is to stay happy. And that's the ultimate goal. Okay? Okay. This is my roadmap for making it work. It's a 4-step one. You see the holy grail of financial freedom there in the middle. Okay? So that's the end of the talk with all the money from the ceiling. Financial freedom for every person is different. Okay? That's the approach. For what I'm thinking as what's good for me is not what's good for you. We're different people with different dreams, with different financial assets, with different planning, basically different characters. But there is this framework that you can go with. So first of all, is design your desired lifestyle. Really think, what are the things that you want for yourself? What are the important things? And put them, and write them down, basically. The second thing is getting knowledge. And I'm specifically talking about financial knowledge, and I'll give more details afterwards on what that is. Then, the next stage is controlling your numbers. So basically collecting all these numbers together, see how they work. We're talking about net worth, cash flow, compounding interest, things like that. You'll see that. And at the end, take everything and make a plan, a step-by-step plan. What do you need to do to make everything happen so you get to your financial freedom? So you're now on A, you're here, okay? That's the starting point. This is where you're at right now. And B here is your vision. Yeah, your vision. That's where you're heading, okay? I'm now explaining this roadmap, but in a little different way. So, you see here that you have at the bottom the knowledge, and specifically I'm talking about financial knowledge. That helps you make the progress towards your point B, your vision. Yeah, it does work, okay. Sorry about that. So with the progress for financial knowledge, or every month, or every year, or however you measure, towards point B. And every month, it looks a little different, okay? Here you see in this example, you made a little progress towards point B, and a little bit there. That progress, you measure by your cash flow, that blue line, okay? It can be longer, it can be shorter, but that's what helps you making that progress. And that you are here is your net worth. Where are you towards that point B? Now that linear line helps you understand and gives you the clarity, how far are you from that vision, from that desired lifestyle that you have? By understanding where you're at on that line, basically you get that clarity, you get that, let's call it feeling that I'm doing fine, this is the trajectory, I'm doing okay, I can deal with the rest of the things in my life and be happy. So look at that. This is what I presented before, and if you look at it a little different way, you see here on step 1 it's the vision, on step 2 it's the knowledge, on step 3 it's the progress, that's for controlling your numbers, and then making a grand plan. However, there are difficulties, because if not, nobody would be here in my talk, for getting to that financial freedom. So what are the problems? One thing is that it's never urgent. And the second thing is that nobody, or many people, don't like to spend time on managing their money and dealing with it. It's like, I'll do it one day. It's never really urgent, right? Who likes to open their bank account statement? Thank you, Nora. She used to be a CPA. The other thing is that time is crucial. I'm talking about time, I'm talking about a concept called compound interest. And this only works when you give it time. The more time, the better. The less time, you'll stay more struggling with making ends meet. So you really need to give it time. So the sooner you do that, the better. The third thing is that a difficulty is that there is a learning curve. You have to do the work. However, be optimistic about it, because with 20% of the knowledge, you get to about 80% of the results. You can do a lot with very, very little, but you do need to put in the time. So, what can you do? First of all, build your vision. Be very detailed where you're heading. What is that point B? Where do you want to be? Do you want to buy an apartment in Manhattan in 20 years? Do you want to retire in Thailand? Do you want to help with the college for your kids? That long. Think about these things. I have clients talking about the kids that they don't have yet. But be as detailed as possible and put it out there. That's part of your plan. Get ready for that. Put those big expenses out there. The next thing is improve your financial knowledge. And there are a few terms there talking about measuring, about net worth, about cash flow, about compound interest, concept of when it's good to take a loan, when it's bad to take a loan. All these things will help you. And this is basically the 20% of the knowledge that you need to really start and do a lot with. The third thing is control your numbers. So it's not only about knowing how to calculate those, it's actually taking these and do that. I measure my net worth, and I publish this on my blog every month, analyzing, understanding what's working, what's not working. And eventually you see a trajectory. You see if what you're doing is good enough for your goals or not good for your goals, and then you need to make a change. Now, net worth does not always go up. It also goes down, but if that goes down for too long, then you're doing something wrong. And one more thing you can do is create that action plan. What are the steps that you really need to get there? Do you need to open an account with a broker? Do you need to go and speak with a real estate agent? Whatever that is, okay? Make a list of all these things that you need to make it happen. And I'm talking about long term here. I'm not talking about only what you're going to do next year. I know that as digital nomads, we have a hard time planning, but think long term. That will also help with the compound interest concept. But the most important thing is not leaving it for I'll do it tomorrow. It's starting it now, really now, because as I said, nobody likes to deal with it, but you do need to deal with it. Compound interest is crucial, and it will take you time with the learning curve. So start doing it now. Don't leave it for someday. These are all the places where you can find me. Either my name, my website, freefinancialself.com, and yeah, I have the Twitter, Freund Shlomo. And one last thing before we get to questions. So I have two resources for you which work on all these concepts. The QR code doesn't work. Can you just open the... Okay, one of them...
QR code is there.
Oh, wow. That's going to be hard. So, one of them is for really working on these concepts and understanding basically the thing that I spoke about, so download that. The other one is a worksheet to really help you start working on those goals, understanding what are they, what are the financial implications for those, and make it happen. Maybe you can go out of the full screen thing and maybe it will work. I don't know if they can do it. Next one. It's the next one. Yeah, QR code. Okay, questions time. Thank you very much.
So, applause please.